You may not be aware, but we do a weekly podcast, and the title of that podcast is Finish Strong. What we mean by that is as we grow older, it's time to do more. As we have more time and more resources, we need to do more for the kingdom of God and truly finish strong so that when we see Him, He will say, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant." I'm going to talk to you today about something that will keep you from finishing strong. In fact, it will keep you from being all that you can be for the Lord in your morning cup of inspiration. That thing I want to talk to you about is self-pity. Have you ever wallowed in it? Just felt so sorry for yourself? Why didn't I get that promotion? Why don't I have enough money to have a new car like my neighbor does? Why do things never seem to work out for me? Self-pity will eat you alive. You know, if anyone had the right to have self-pity, it was Jesus Christ, the Son of God, because they tortured Him, they humiliated Him, and they killed Him. Let me read a passage that puts this all into perspective. It's in Hebrews chapter 12, the first 3 verses. We read, "Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight." He's kind of talking about running the race here and the things that hold us back. And one of the biggest weights is focusing on ourselves and not others. "And the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us." We're running a race. We're in the final lap. It's time to go hard. Verse 2 says, "Looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before Him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God." Wow, think about that. All the shame, the humiliation that He endured. In verse 3, "For consider Him that endured such contradiction of sinners against Himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds." Self-pity wearies you. It weighs you down. It keeps you from being all that you can be because you're focusing on yourself and not on God and not all the blessings that He's giving you. So don't focus on what you don't have. Focus on what you do have. And remember, happiness is wanting what you have. Happiness is serving the Lord. So let's finish strong. You know, we do a weekly podcast, as I mentioned, and it's called Finish Strong. We cover a wide variety of topics that affect your life. We talk about what's going on in the world today and how all of us can finish strong so that when we stand before the King, He will say, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant." So let's run hard. Let's get our eyes off of ourselves and onto Him. And I'll see you soon for another morning cup of inspiration.